This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, it's been a hell of a year. Personally, I feel like I've aged 12 years over the past 12 months. And if you're like me, you're feeling your age more than you used to, especially in the bedroom. It's time to snap out of it. Spring is here and it's time to get sprung with Blue Chew. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Kitchen Talk at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code Kitchen Talk to receive your first month free. And we thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast.
Dead bitches, blue faces. Yeah, bottles popping by the cases. I put the max in the middle and pulling up in the spaceship.
Hey, you know how we coming in? This is my music here. Champion music here. Hey, hey, hey. Energy, baby. Energy. Kitchen Talk, you know how we coming. You know what we on. Champion shit. You know what it is. You know how we moving, man.
Holy shit, that was like a real radio.
Yeah, this is a real intro. Yeah.
I'm shutting up.
Yeah, no, we got real intro. That's real champion music. They say it's wrestling music.
Sound wrestling to me.
It's wrestling-ish.
That's not champion
It just
music.
feels triumphant.
That's a part of Maino. That's a part of Maino's rebrand.
Yeah, that music right there.
It's not Rocky-ish.
Rebrand.
Rocky-ish is champion music. That's like.
That don't give you Rocky vibes?
I feel like you got a belt.
That gives me Apollo-ish vibes, though. You know what I mean? You know, before the Russian.
Whatever works for you.
You know, but oh man, hey, listen, man. Shout out to the whole gang. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to everybody. Coach Garv, Petey, Squeaks, everybody.
Yes.
Nash. You know. Shout out to Lavish Lifestyles. Yeah.
Way too much fun already.
Yeah.
This is why I don't come to these shits,
I want
man.
you to. No, we up, man. We popping. This is it. Kitchen Talk. It's not a cooking show.
First of all, who the fuck knew Maino was so personable, right? This nigga is great at this shit. Whole room feeling good.
Room feeling good. Everybody in
Like,
good.
guys, you get pep talks. It's a thing. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, he did it. The
Big
rebrand,
vibes.
the rebrand is official.
The rebrand is important.
You fucking right at it.
You know why? Because I told somebody, I was having a conversation earlier. Shout out to Teddy.
Ted.
You know, he's like the Obi Kenobi of things. You know, I told him you can't do new things. You can't be in a new era doing old shit. Right? So we can't be, you know, in this 2021 out here trying to level up and still be caught up doing old things. So a part of our, you know, like for me, I had to like rinse off so much stuff because we was coming from a muddy place. You understand? So in order to get to the place that you want to see yourself at and want to actually be there, then you got to start learning and figuring it out. And we all did.
But for you, what place was that? When you saw
This
yourself
nigga's interviewing me.
Yeah.
Look at this nigga's
But-
good.
No,
This
man.
guy's good. This guy's interviewing me.
I'm
Interviewing
asking.
me. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. This guy's interviewing me.
When you saw that for yourself, what did it look like?
First, sometimes you gotta run to the wall, right? So
Repeatedly, if you mean.
repeatedly, you have to run into issues of, man, what am I doing? You know, whether it was, you know, small violent acts, whether it was the repercussions of those acts, and then you're not able to get to another level when it starts to mess up your money, and people were saying, man, no, they scared of you. You can't do that. And I'm saying, I thought y'all wanted the real thing.
You didn't factor that in all those
Look at
years.
this. He's good. He's good.
I mean, people have told him.
No.
I've told him.
No.
you don't
Listen, I'm here to
This is
have
crazy.
honest
No,
conversation.
we're going to have conversation, but you see how you're good. This guy, and I just want to say, this guy revolutionized the whole rapper / podcast. And when you Google this guy, it says, that's right, American broadcaster.
It's called potting.
No, but when you Google him, it says
It
American
says
broadcaster.
American broadcaster.
that was
No
a good
sign of-
pivot,
no
though.
sign of
you
rap.
really
No
did
Sign
it.
of rap.
No
American
sign of
rap.
rap.
None of it.
So that's development right there. So to answer your question, it was what did it look like? It looked rough. It looked like when you got kids that's depending on your family that's depending on you. The thing is this: we didn't get all the way here and be that blessed just to get in a position just to mess it all up, right? Because that's counterproductive, right? We done been through prison and streets and drugs and violence and misunderstandings with other black men that led to more violence, more police contact that led to more sentences, that led to parole and misfortune. Then we get blessed with the opportunity of a career doing something different. Maino, rapper, sold a few records. Why would I get to this point and then say, I'm going to throw it all away? That's not hustler mentality. So after a while, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I need to figure this out. Where am I going? I already know where I come. I already know where I come from. But where am I going? So we got to figure it out. And so this is where we at. You know, this is where we at.
I like it. I like it.
That's deep.
I like it.
Scott's on the couch in the kitchen interviewing me. This is crazy.
I got mad questions, but I'm shutting up because
No,
I'm forgetting I'm the guest.
No, it's all good. But I wanted to ask you a lot of questions, man.
Give it to me.
You, like I said, you kind of revolutionized this whole internet thing for rappers and podcasting and all that. You was very active on the internet when people wasn't paying attention to it. Like I wasn't, right? And because I'm in the podcast space right now, right? I'm like, damn, I'm like looking like, damn, Joe been here for a long time. What made you start to look at the internet as being something that you wanted to kind of push the button on?
I needed a point of reference. I didn't have any point of reference coming in music. I got signed in this is 02? And
Probably like 01 maybe.
Late 01. Yeah, I dropped 03, so I got signed late 01, right? So I'm 21 years old. At this point, my story was real unique. Like at that time, everybody was tough. I wasn't tough.
Right.
Everybody was a drug dealer. I wasn't doing that. Like I was on them shits. Like everybody was, like my story was just different. So when I got to Def Jam, they didn't really understand it, nor did they know how to market it. And they just kept telling me about different spots. You know, in this business, you learn that there's different ways to gauge whether you're hot, whether it's time to release product or not. At that time, it might have been if your music was heard. If you heard your shit in a car driving by, it might have been that. If the club nigga was playing you at 1 a.m., like what time was you being played? Shit like that, right? But I didn't have any point of reference as a 21-year-old outside of the internet. I went on the internet. And it was niggas from all over the place, the country, the world. And they was just talking about hip hop. And they was sharing porn passwords. Them niggas had all the shit. And it was like, yo, why is nobody paying attention to these niggas?
What was the site?
They seem to know I was in New York and they would tell me who was hot across the country. They would tell me who was hot out the country.
Was this like MySpace? Like,
and then no, way before MySpace. I'm talking about 01, nigga.
01. What the?
I'm talking about 01.
I didn't even know what the internet was, basically.
All right, let's put it like this. In 2001, labels had social media departments, but they wasn't so important. Now think of today.
It's everything.
Think of today. Right? So back then, imagine the fight when you want the label to pay attention to what these weirdo niggas online are saying. They think I should drop next month. The label, nigga, I don't give a fuck about the social media department. What none of them niggas is saying, they don't count. They don't mean nothing. We outside with this. So for me, that was, to answer your question, that's what I was there for. To get information that wasn't attainable to me in Jersey City.
And that led to you doing what? Because at some point it led to you being, you released projects that was only online, right? And then you started doing content. I remember the Joe Budden TV with Tahiri.
07.
Right? So it was kind of like you was having episodes, right? Is that something that somebody told you to do? Or because you was ahead of the game? I need people to understand, like, you was doing stuff that was ahead of the game and nobody was thinking about the content game like that back then.
But all trying to work my way out of my own detriments, right? Like at that time, 07, Joe Budden TV. I think at that time I'm fighting with my label. I'm fighting with my lawyers. And I'm fighting with the stigma that as a rapper, you have to maintain a certain image. I think because I didn't have an image, it hurt me. At least that's what that's what was being drilled in my head from the label anyway. Right? So for me, at that time, nobody had a girlfriend. Nobody would claim their girlfriend in 06, 07. No rapper. Stay home. Right? So I had a girl with a fat ass. And I had a house with roommates, but I didn't have to show them.
So y'all, it was
I
you.
didn't have to show no roommates.
It was you and Tahiri in the house with other roommates.
Yeah. But we don't have to show them.
Feel
right?
you.
So I figured if I could cut the camera on and take advantage of the fact that I don't have an image. So that don't hurt me. If I turn this camera on and I got a bullshit living room set, if I got a girl and I'm fighting with stressing me
There's
out.
no smoke and mirrors anyway. Like,
Yeah, that's been me my whole career. So let me try this and just see what happens. And it just took off. But that was coming from a dark place. All of the positive, great stuff was birthed from a dark place.
So it's basically taking the bricks that were thrown at you and building.
That's
a
what
house
we
with it.
do.
That's a
what
fact.
that's what we do.
that's pretty much like another
That's
way of
what
you
we
using
do.
your voice, though, in those times. I feel like your best stuff came out of that.
Your voice, your brain, they can't outthink us. They can't out-create us. They can't out-plot
right.
us. They can't out-escape the room
Like,
me.
there's more ideas where that came from.
You can't out-escape the room me. You can't do it. I'm getting out the room.
Right.
When you in those dark places is where you find the best you.
I
understand?
believe that. I believe that.
When you realize you're the light.
Right, because I always remember when I found music in the condition that I was in when I found music. I was not only in prison, but I was in special housing unit, right? 23 hours locked in, spending years like that, and started to find music. So yeah, so I understand when you're saying like being in that at that dark place, because I like to say that you can't see the stars without the darkness, right? So sometimes you gotta be in a dark place to bring out the best you. So I definitely relate to that, man.
I agree with that.
You know,
But you also always showed yourself in that dark place. You never like waited till it was over. You're just like always were there expressing yourself using.
I didn't have a choice in that.
Yeah, you just were like that.
I got signed at 21. The internet's been there. It's done nothing but grow. I'm forced to now make my mistakes in front of some type of public.
Right.
Like, I'm jealous of the niggas that get to make mistakes behind closed doors. Honestly, it looks beautiful. I don't have that luxury.
Is that happening though? I feel like everybody business is out there.
No way. Oh my God, some of the dirt I know about the niggas I see. I'm like, oh man. I wish the public knew about this.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
nah, I don't get to
Now,
do
people
shit.
definitely use the internet to like brand themselves very specifically. Like, I don't think people just show their whole life.
Nah, these people are good with that shit, man. They're good at that. They're good at showing you what you need to see. Yep. And us old niggas, we don't work like that on the internet.
They show exactly what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Not the real of everything.
They're good at branding. They're real good at
And
branding.
they allow you to create whatever story you want to create on your own.
But would you say that you're kind of like anti that? Like, I feel like you come off very like anti that. Like, you're just like, no, raw, uncut. This is how I want to be. I don't care what you think. Like,
I'm anti a lot of shit, but I'm like pro internet. I mean, the good and the bad that come with it.
right.
I am anti a lot of shit. Like, I don't even like to promote. If you look, I don't really promote nothing.
Pro internet. Let me ask you. Podcast game. The first person I ever seen with a podcast, I didn't even know what a podcast was.
Mm-hmm.
The first person that I thought that I seen have a podcast was Tax Tone.
Okay.
All right. I didn't know what that was. He kept calling me like, "Yo, I got this podcast," and I'm like, "Fuck is that?" I didn't know what it was. Did you already start podcasting before that, or a little after that?
I was podding a little bit before Tax.
Okay, cool. What brought you to that?
Shout out to Tax.
Definitely shout out to Tax.
Potting.
Broadcasting. Like I did the morning show at Hot 97 in
I remember that.
04.
I remember. A lot of people don't remember that. I remember that.
Like I led it. That was my show. Like they allowed me to hire. Like it was my shit.
So a lot of people don't remember. Let me just say this for the listeners. Joe Budden was on Hot 97 morning show as a as a personality, as a host. This was before Miss Jones, right? During?
This is, wait a minute. Me and her eventually worked together, and they brought her back. Miss Jones was before me, and then she left. She was in Philly at the time when I was on New York.
Right.
And then when I left, they were working her back. She came back.
Right, so you was like an employee of Hot 97 at one point.
1,000%. I'm probably still an employer. I probably still have my card. I still go in there, yeah.
How did you get that job, though?
Tracy. Shout out to Tracy.
Yeah, I remember Tracy.
Tracy called, and she said, yo, I got a vision. You should do the morning show. And I said, fam, I've never done that. It's not in my scope. I got songs to work on. And she said, you should try it. You're great.
So this is the first time you actually spoke on the mic without rapping?
Yeah.
This is it, Hot 97.
Hot 97.
5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 5:30 in the morning. I was up there asleep under the desk. Ebro will tell you now.
Right, because it was different back then. The shows was live.
Yeah.
It was a different thing. It was a different game back there.
Yeah.
So this is no internet. This is not Joe Budden as the rapper. You actually a personality on radio. On the morning
and
show.
And I had so much fun. I loved that shit. And at the time, I was making more in radio than I was making in rap.
You was making more money being an employee.
Consistent money. Like, oh, shit, every other week there's a check. Mm-hmm. It's not, I got to go rhyme and get a check. Mm-hmm. I'm a new artist. Remember, it's 04.
That's right.
I'm 24.
That's right.
Yeah, that was nice money. So I always said to myself, when it's over, I'm broadcasting.
Oh, so you knew from then?
Oh yeah,
that you was gonna.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, 100. That was a fact. That was a fact back then. When it was just about when is this gonna be over?
Right. See, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how did you know to do this? Right. You made this transition before anybody else did, as far as I know. Now I seen Taxstone doing it, but he was never a rapper.
Yeah.
So his transition to doing that was cool because it was like, okay, you're a street nigga that's doing something different in a music space, but not without being a musician.
A music nigga, yeah.
Right? So I was like, that's cool, all right? But you being ahead of the game because you was a rapper and people respected you for being a rapper, I'm saying, damn, because I'm sleep, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm sleep. I don't know what no podcast is. I don't know nothing about no internet. I don't none of that. I'm in the game. We chasing after records. Like, I'm still doing that. So you was podcasting, like, so you already knew, and then you started the Joe Budden Joe Budden show back then?
06, 07 was Joe Budden TV.
Joe Budden TV. Wow.
And then in 2010, I did a show, and this is before I knew what a podcast was, that was called This Is My Fucking Show. In 2010, it was audio. It was me talking by myself for just an hour, and I would upload it to iTunes. I did that for like a year. Great practice.
Just you.
It's not easy.
Sitting in my bedroom, hitting record and talking to myself. Nobody knew I was doing it. Well, maybe 3 people knew I was doing it.
So you basically was podcasting before anybody even put a name to it. You was doing it because that's what you wanted to do, and then later on it became a thing.
I would guess maybe somebody was doing a podcast in 2010.
But that was
I was unaware.
A thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't popular.
No.
It wasn't a
It was
thing
just an
at
outlet
all.
for you.
Yeah.
Yo, in 2010, the industry was still trying to wrap their heads around digital-only releases.
Indeed.
Right,
That's a
right.
fact.
And I know this because I signed a digital-only record deal in 08 when I left Def Jam, 08, somewhere around there. And we did a digital-only release.
Right.
I never saw nobody do it. I thought it was a big deal because I was Mr. Digital Guy.
Right.
And I came out with this entity, and I did 13,000 copies in 2010, which was a laughing stock if you're as popular as me in 2010 and you sell 13,000 records. But I didn't look at it that way.
Because it was digital.
I looked at it like, yo, this is digital only.
Right.
Why is nobody? The same thing I went through in 01, 02, 03 trying to explain this to y'all.
Right.
I'm not gonna explain it now. Y'all niggas always hated me. I'm just gonna figure this. I'm just gonna figure this out.
So you figured it out, right? And I feel like you kind of like, I look at you and Nori as being like ahead of the game, right? And you started before Nori, right? What do you feel about rappers jumping into this space now?
Have fun, have a blast. I encourage it.
You encourage it.
I encourage it. Do it.
But not every rapper has a personality though. Like I don't think every rapper can do it.
Every rapper can't rap.
And every rapper can't perform.
Every rapper can't rap.
Be out on the
But they
stage.
still doing it though.
Yeah. Yo,
Trial and error.
it's too much money present today for me to focus on what people can't do.
No, that's true.
Right? Like, so there's a lot of niggas that I've been telling for a while behind the scenes, yo, you should start this. It don't matter if it's lucrative or not when you start it. Just start it. It's stock and it's yours. You own it. If you continue to work on it, it'll continue to grow. Absolutely. And then that'll be that. That's how I'm bumped into money. I bumped into money by mistake.
Is that why you started your network? So for all those people
I started my network when I got the information that said, oh shit, the game is rigged. You got to start a network. It's a never-ending mission of attaining information. And now what you going to do with the information? You playing contextually the whole way that you go. I didn't start podcasting thinking I wanted a network. But when I think about the money that was offered to me with my number one podcast that I turned down, that we all turned down. Let me not say we all turned. We walked away from it. It's like, okay, well, if I'm saying no to that type of money, I never even saw myself in that position. But now that I'm here, if I'm saying no to that, well, what does it take for me to say yes to something? Oh, I might need one more of those. Or I might need 10 of these. Or I might need to go call Maino, call It's The Real, call Jadakiss, call Kenyon Martin. I need to go call every podcaster around to now just click up. Because somebody is going to take all the numbers and title it. They're going to title it. Jay is always ahead of things. They're going to do that. And that's what's going to happen here. Bill Simmons all the white people could do it. Joe Rogan won't do it because he's too rich already. Get $100 million a year. I'm not thinking about none of you niggas. Bill Simmons is doing it. The rest of us, we got to do it. Unless you just for self.
Right.
Oh, that's smart.
If you just for self and you pardon to get the check now because you can see a bag now because it's a viable path now, then cool. I ain't going to knock nobody.
Right, but originally you didn't even see the money at first because you couldn't see where it was at.
No, it wasn't.
It was so new.
No. There wasn't no money.
There was no money.
There wasn't no money. There wasn't no money. I want to be clear in what we're saying. There wasn't no money.
So all the stuff that is happening today, the sponsorships, the advertisement, all that.
It's all new. That's all new. Yo, you know how hard it is to sell one of something? Of course you do because you're a rapper.
Of course.
You know how hard it is for us to go find one advertiser? Think about it.
That's a fact.
Go outside and find somebody that'll give you some money because you got an idea and you do something cool every week.
Right.
It's tough. Yeah. All of the shit that comes along with this shit is tough. In 2015, it wasn't $1 for me, and that's fucked up to say. Today, it's still only 15% of podcasters that make money from podcasts.
Right. Wow.
Definitely a building they come.
Yeah, let me say
Definitely.
that.
Wow.
It ain't but 15%. So that tells you how hard it is.
Right.
And the game changes so rapidly that by the time the game is set up so that by the time you figure out that you need advertising dollars, now they're letting you monetize everywhere. Twitter's letting you monetize this, first letting you, they change the game. They're every time you get somewhere, they're gonna change it again.
Right.
To keep you there.
Yeah. So I need a network because I'm not powerful enough to do it. I need Karen Civil.
Right.
I need Bridget Kelly.
Right.
I need anybody who is a self-running entity and can get shit moving that is for the long haul, committed to this. Because it's always a 5-year, 10-year plan.
Right. So that's my question. So like a lot of times though, right, we'll start something, and I say we, I'm saying us in general. We'll start something, and we don't find the immediate gain in it. We quit, right?
Good.
No, we quit too early because you didn't quit.
Good. Quit.
Why?
Because I ain't.
It makes it easier for you.
Because I ain't.
Right.
Fact.
Fuck is you talking about?
Honestly,
That was
that's
great.
none of my business.
What the fuck is we talking about?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Check this out.
Absolutely.
He said, you want to start? Go for it. You want to quit? Go for it.
It's going to be tough.
That's right.
It's going to be nice you don't sleep It's going to be nice where your phone don't stop ringing. You're not going to see your girl. You're not going to really talk to your family. You might miss some birthdays, some holidays. You might miss a kid being born. Quit, nigga, because I'm near.
Oh,
I
shit.
do all of that. I'm with all of that. Nigga, what the fuck is we talking about
There
here?
might be some nights that you niggas don't see me. Okay? I might not make it to the party. Okay? I might not make it to that meeting, Teddy.
Yeah, party. Shit. Wish Teddy would call my phone about a party.
Perseverance.
And ain't no time
Definitely.
to party. Our time is our
Definitely.
inventory.
That's the thing. That energy is what I'm talking about. Like when you don't actually see something and you don't actually see the results of it, but you stay down because you feel it. You feel it. You felt it, and you stay down. And I feel like you open up a lot of doors for what's happening right now. I don't know if a lot of people was talking about that or giving you your flowers and speaking on that, because as far as I'm concerned, you was the first rapper in this space. And to me, you helped kind of revolutionize something that wasn't even there.
Thank God. And thank God, because I'm so happy that it's there now for us.
And it's here now.
Yeah.
And we got Kitchen Talk.
We out.
And we
out.
lit.
Yes. Niggas is out.
Definitely.
Niggas is out. It's because niggas might look at it. My son called me old. So that tells me niggas might call us old.
My son called me a fly old nigga one day. He said,
thank God.
he said, Dad, you and Jim Jones is fly old niggas. I said, what?
First of all,
He said, you and Jim Jones is fly old niggas. I said, what? I called Jimmy. I FaceTime. I said, yo, why we just can't be fly?
No, we
fly old niggas.
Old niggas.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a privilege to live. It's a privilege to get past them.
Yeah.
Those trappings and still be out here and living your life. So
But
it's all
it's
good.
niggas that's not old now. See, this
Yeah.
is the evolution of shit. These niggas is right in their prime. Pardon away. Hey,
it's
No,
like
it's a different
now
thing
these
now.
niggas
No,
is
yeah.
multitasking.
Yeah, it's
That's a fact.
multitasking.
Yeah.
Right, because it's cool. I think because you and Nori and shout
Nah,
out
they
to
ain't here
Wallow
'cause
and
it's
Gilly.
cool. They ain't here 'cause
No,
it's cool.
no, not because it's cool, but it's because they see the opportunity in it.
Yes.
See the
And I
opportunity.
like that.
See the opportunity. I sat downstairs on the pandemic, right, and I was like, "Damn, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a podcast because everybody had told me I needed to do a podcast." Revolt. I don't know if you noticed. Revolt had gave me and Uncle Murder a deal years ago,
Okay.
right, for a show. It was called what was it?
Boys.
Brooklyn Boys. You was on the show with us.
Right.
We shot 2 episodes. It was like a podcast setting. This was years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And we did a deal through Teddy. Shout out to Tedrick. Obi-Wan Kenobi, right?
I don't think he likes to.
Put it together, right? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's the master. So and what happened was the deal didn't happen, right? So we shot 2 episodes. It never came out for whatever reason, nothing to do with us. And then I was just like, damn, man, we had a show. But looking back on it now, where we at right now, when we got our own show, we own our show, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Thank the Lord.
Woo!
Thank the Lord. That's right, man.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Right.
Everything happens for a
And
reason.
Teddy called me one day. We was on a pandemic, and he said, "Yo, we gonna figure it out. You know, we gonna try to, go back at it and figure out what we doing with the show." And I was like, "Nah, man, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna shoot the shit right in the crib. I'm gonna just figure it out as I go. You know what I mean? And here we are today. And shout out to everybody doing their thing, because I feel like it's enough room and it's enough space for everybody to get their own.
1,000%.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. So, which leads me to you, my brother, and your podcast, very popular podcast, and your brothers that was on the podcast,
Which brothers?
Rory and Mal,
My guys.
your guys.
Mhm.
Okay. They left the podcast. Was they fired or what happened? Every now and then I want to knock
It was
her
the
off.
deep breath. It was the deep breath.
Yeah,
You can't knock me off.
every now and then I want to knock her off the show. Maybe
It will never happen.
never happened though.
try.
We try.
We could try.
I thought about her too.
Okay.
Then it never happened. But
I'm
okay.
new here.
Okay.
We've gone our separate ways.
We're going in separate
I have
ways.
some time.
We've gone our separate ways.
That's it.
Yeah.
No reconciling.
It's the face for me.
Yeah.
It's the face.
No, that's the face. Let him think about it. Let him think about it. No, reconcile.
What, in terms of potting?
Yeah, are y'all still friends in terms of everything?
We should speak again.
We
We
should.
should speak again.
One thing about Joe, he chooses his words very wisely.
We should speak again.
We shall
should.
speak again.
I think-
Sound like
I
an old
think that should
karate movie.
I
You
think
think?
I think that should happen.
How do they feel about that?
I haven't spoken to him.
Do you think it will happen?
I would have to speak to him.
Okay.
So
Are
you
you-
haven't attempted to speak to them?
Since when? Since when?
Let me ask you a question.
Since the breakup.
Do you believe in your heart?
Yo, now in real time, I could see my walls go up. That's crazy what happened
I
with
see
40.
it. It's cool. Do you think that
See
you handled that situation
Poorly, extremely poorly.
Okay.
The worst, horrible.
Okay.
I always do the right thing the wrong way.
Okay.
That's who I am.
It sound like you.
I always,
Virgo, I'm telling
do
you.
the right thing
The wrong way.
Oh, he's a Virgo
the
too.
wrong way. But I learned that's how I learned.
Okay.
Like, that's not specific to this situation.
Right.
I learned by running in fire.
Okay.
You can't tell me that it's hot. You can't tell me that it's going to burn. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, let me go see.
Nigga, no. That's how you feel. Let me go see. So, yeah, I don't think I handled it the greatest, but they don't give a pamphlet for this.
Right.
I'm in a position I've never been in. I'm dealing with things I've never dealt with. I'm working with, like, this is a whole new ball game. So, yeah, you're going to learn on the fly.
But they don't give a pamphlet for life neither. And we learning as we go.
Yeah.
So in retrospect, looking back at the way you handled it,
I should have did that on air. Like, I love those guys. Those are my guys. I may not have been feeling loved at the time. But in hindsight, when it passes, I'm like, damn, y'all, we rocked out for this amount of years. Like,
Kind of built it together.
I think all of us can agree that, and this is without speaking to him, I could say this, I don't think none of us saw it ending this way. We didn't see it ending this way. Man, I think if you lock each of us in a room and ask us separately, we all might say it's corny. I didn't
Right.
speak to them, so I don't know. But
You
I'm
know-
sure we would all think it's kind of corny.
I was having a conversation with one of my homies, and we was talking, right? And what we came to understand is that a lot of the issues that we go through as black men, as men in general, a lot of it is not above a conversation. Most of it can be solved with a conversation. At some point, y'all could have had a conversation before it got on the air, right?
We failed.
To have those
We
conversations.
failed in that. We failed as black men and Rory
Right.
to have the conversation that needed to be had when things got turbulent.
Where did
Things
this
were,
get in like
or
tension?
when things were emotional.
Where did the tension start? Like,
Accounting.
It's always over account.
So it's not money. I mean, it is money, but it's not money.
He can't handle it.
I think it's friendship.
No, it's friendship. You could
Yeah,
you
it's
see,
friendship.
it's
It's
a
not money.
not the money.
I know it looks like money,
Friendship.
but it's not money. It's really not money. I don't think those brothers think that I was robbing them. I don't think those brothers think, like, they're not going to tell nobody how much money it was making. Like, niggas was all right. I think it was just about friendship, communication, and the understanding of things. Sometimes we could be moving as friends, but one person's moving as business. Sometimes, and that's what happened. And I think that's where the resentment grew. I think they was moving as friends for a long time, and me as the person that is funding all of this shit, like, and dealing with all of the stresses that come with these companies and these fuck niggas and balancing that. Yeah, it got rough. It got rough.
No, I could definitely understand that. And especially in this business that we're in, sometimes we fall into business with people and then we mistake them for friends. Like in the music business, I've been through that. I've been around people that, because of the relationship that we work together every day, I'm mistaking them as friends. And then you have friends that's really genuinely your friends, and then you do business with them, and sometimes those signals get crossed and the communication is off because we friends, and you feel like, I ain't, nigga, you know, like,
Right.
I don't gotta do that.
I don't got it. We don't got to talk because, like, listen, what's
And
already
that's where
understood,
one of the issues. And that's where one of the issues started.
Mm-hmm.
One of the issues was, yo, man, the three of us shouldn't even be talking, like having these talks. Like, you should have representation. You should have representation. All of the representation
Right.
should talk, which sounds good unless you're friends. And one person says, the fuck I need somebody else to talk to you
Talk
for.
to you. Indeed.
Yeah, but this is the business side
Indeed.
of things. Like,
Indeed.
Both sides are right.
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 No, you right.
Both sides are right.
Because
I don't need somebody to talk to Maino.
Right.
Right.
But if the conversation progresses a certain way, I should get somebody to talk to whoever his person is. But who's the person that teaches us this?
Right.
Nobody. I didn't know. I handled it bad. I handled it wrong. After the fact, I'm talking to all these people that's giving me helpful information like, yo, there's a mediator over here, and yo, you could have did this, and yo, you could have did that. Yeah, I get that, but I've been dealing with this shit for like years behind the scenes. Like, I've been calling myself juggling and
Wearing all the
managing.
hats, right.
Hey, let me hide. Hey, this cost this. Let's tuck this over here. I didn't even explain to you that, hey, we went on tour and we had to pay Spotify.
Right.
I'm not gonna explain this to my friend. Like shit like that. But then it get to a point, it's like, yo, I can't keep this from you no more. It's too big. It's too big of a, this is worth mad money. Like, I know it. They can't lie to me. I know it for fact now. So now we have to treat this a certain way. Yeah, you my man, but you don't see. You ain't looking.
Right.
Maybe not. But then who's supposed to explain it to you? Is it me?
But did you ever ask for help or like ask for like
Help
people
with what?
to just like, you know, people to help or pick up their own slack or like figure out new things to do within the company
I have a
that
staff.
you're creating? Right. Well, with them,
I have an entire
at least.
I have an entire staff.
Right.
As you go, and y'all staff will expand. As you go, you're gonna see where you need help. You're gonna see the areas that you need to, and you're gonna reach out to the people that are experts in that field. So yeah, it's a whole. For me, this ending like this, the way that it ended with so many people staffed and housed and employed and taken care of, like, it's really nuts. I can't wait till the doc is done one day. But on the flip side, I encourage everything that they're doing.
Which was a thing, right? Because they thought that you was going to sue them.
Well, I said that.
Right.
And I was like,
It's implied.
yo, don't do that.
Well, I said
But I was
that.
emotional.
She said Jesus.
I had
So that
emotional.
came from
podcast.
emotional
I
space.
ain't-
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna sue you
Right.
niggas, man. Like, let's really talk about what suing is. It's time and money and
Indeed.
energy.
That's right.
Yes.
And I love you niggas, so I'm not suing y'all. Go start. I've been wanting y'all to start a pod. I've been wanting y'all to branch out. I've been wanting y'all to really get in y'all bag all the way. So when I watch it back now, it just looked like maybe they weren't happy with me, or maybe they weren't happy with the situation. Because I've been there before. You don't know your contract. You wake up, you find out the contract. Oh, now I'm going up to the label.
Right.
Hold up, I'm going up to Web and Nitty. Where they at? Like, I'm going, hey, I had that conversation.
Right.
When I found out some shit was in my contract, Web, what's this? Nigga, we've been paying for the last 8 years. What you want us to, oh, all right, I get it. I understand what you're saying. There's two sides to the coin always.
Indeed. But the communication, when the
Oh, we
communication is
failed.
right.
Horrible.
Because
Real bad.
back again, when you're friends, you feel like I should be able to speak to Joe, but when it's business, it's like we shouldn't have this conversation because it's too far gone.
And my mistake was thinking that everybody was so well to do, well taken care of, that there wasn't an issue anywhere.
Right. So
And
you
that's
think-
just not true.
Right. But
That's just not
that's we do that.
It's a mistake.
Right, because we thinking so far, but look, everybody good. You good, you good. We not even paying attention to the details.
Deeper than that for me. I'm saying it because I know how much money I made at the end of my rap career. That's my point of reference. Everything in life is about point of reference.
Right.
After 19 years, 18 years, 17 years, however many fucking years it was, I looked at my taxes. I looked at what was projected to come next year. I said, oh.
Yeah.
Time to do something different.
That's when I knew.
No, or we could keep doing the same thing and getting the same results.
That's right.
We can keep doing the same thing. Hey, I went and tried to look for a record deal. I went everywhere. That's when I learned that they had whatever secret machine they had that tells them what to expect from you. And all the niggas told me, pardon me, $250 all in. $250,000 all in. At this time, I'm 35. I'm thinking I could buy a house soon. I'm thinking I could, you planning your 40s. You looking.
right.
So these niggas is telling me $250. Sony Red. It's over here. $250. I'm one of the best rappers in the world. So no. That's where mine's come from. I'm looking at what I'm paying people and remembering what I was paid.
Right. And you saying, nigga, you got to be good.
There's no way you can.
There's no way you can't be good.
It is impossible. It's impossible. I went to Complex and worked 4 days a week for $20,000 a month. Happily. Happy. Knew I was underpaid. Knew it was wrong, waiting till the contract ran out, whatever the case may be. But I was happy. So yeah, that's where another mistake, thinking everybody's point of reference is the same.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm coming in the pod, I'm giving it up. Hey, we unsigned, we turning this, we turning that, we taking this is what we going for. I can play the hand upside down. You're going to see what we doing. We coming. I don't know that my niggas understand that the way I do. Like, I don't know that. I'm assuming, but if we never stop to have the talk
Right.
about where this is going, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Do our views align, right? I had to do it with Slaughterhouse. At Slaughterhouse, we had to get together and say, hey, you want a record deal? I don't. Nigga, you want to go over here? I want to tour. Like, that was a fight. Not a fight, but a conversation. Anytime you're doing a group project, back to the escape the room thing. I use that theory a lot. Because sometimes you get the group task before you can get out the room. That means that I got to go to you, and all of us have to figure out how to get through this task to get out of the room. I'm fighting with Maino the whole time. Guess what? We're not getting out the room.
We're not getting out.
We're not getting out of the room.
Not getting us any closer.
Hey, me and you gonna keep disagreeing. I hate this bitch. Not bitch, of course. Guess what? We not getting out the room.
Wasted energy.
Yeah.
That's why you got to make sure everybody knows the same big picture, has the same big picture in
Have
mind.
meetings.
But it's hard to know that in the beginning, because as you get on the road, then it's
But
different
that's why
things
you have
coming
to
in.
make sure you have a conversation, even if it's weekly conversations, even if it's
true.
phone calls. Like, you have to make sure that you have conversations all the time so that we all know where
This is why you
we're
need
at.
women.
Yeah.
This is why you need
Absolutely.
women. 'Cause
Absolutely.
what you saying
Absolutely.
for niggas,
I don't know about that.
They're
yo.
like that.
And I say it all the time.
I feel like I'm being bullied by women.
Who bullies
There's a lot
you?
of women here.
Me
I'm
too.
being
Who
bullied.
bullies you?
You.
I do. But it's for
all
it's for
love.
your greater good. It's all love.
love.
It's all love.
we need women.
I never tell you anything.
No, I
that,
do feel
that
like
stirs you
women
wrong.
are more detail oriented, though.
This is crazy.
That's a fact.
Fam, why you think you don't see a whole bunch of guy vacations together?
Who's planning it?
Right.
Group of guys and get together. Hey, you get the rooms. I'll rent the car. We'll play golf. We have the activities.
And we're
Now
sleeping.
they be like,
and
girl,
we're
we
sleeping
be
in
in
one
Miami.
room. Yeah, we're sleeping in one room.
Yeah. I keep finding one. She's like, I want to go on vacation. I want to go here. I want to go to Greece. Nigga, I'm a nigga. Why you
figure
keep
it out.
telling me?
Right. Book
You
it
go do
and
it.
I'll pay it.
Hey, the end.
Pretty
You go
much.
do it. Get the
Tell me
dates
how much it
together.
costs.
We
Too
out.
much.
Border. Where you want to go?
But I feel like things happen a lot faster if people understand that communication is the way, though. Like, you don't know what she has access to or what knowledge she knows until you talk to her, or what she wants or why she's here until you talk to her. Like,
Men don't think like that.
Who's her?
just an example. For example, Georgie.
Oh, was
Why
that
don't
so?
want to talk to Georgie never?
No, she know everything. She got all the answers.
I don't know everything,
Oh man.
but
I
I
feel
always
you.
have. I
You got,
like
you
solutions.
got my back. Okay, baby.
Yes, I do.
Okay, but you a little too tense. All right?
You just
Calm
wanna
down a
start
little
with
bit.
me.
You good. You good, baby.
Chill it.
So you got Ice up there now. Shout out to Ice.
Ice is up there now.
Officially Ice. Where Ice was gone for a minute. I ain't seen Ice in a while. I don't know the other guy. Who's
That's Ish.
Ish? So those are the permanent.
Those are the people
Team members now.
that I'm pawning with currently.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call anybody permanent. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
that,
Okay.
but that's who I'm pawning with currently.
Okay. Cool.
Two more friends.
Nice.
I just love podding. Like next time someone says, "Oh, what's that thing you do with Maino?" Oh, we just pod.
Yeah, you made. Yeah, I never heard. Yeah, you made this fucking
I
word.
say potting too.
What are you doing, man?
to you.
Potting?
We just pod every Sunday.
Potting.
I
talking
laugh when the autocorrect tries to tell me it's not a word.
It's not a word, man.
I love it.
Podding.
You must have been on the phone with Joe Budden. The hell you talking about? Potting.
Definitely potting.
I want those 2 names at you. First name, Charlemagne.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that relationship at right now?
The fuck knows, man. Who knows? Who knows? Only in this era do you gotta keep checking on your relationships with men. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't have no problem with him. I don't have me. I don't have tension. I don't have beef. I don't have nothing with Charlemagne.
No, you gotta have something.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. I'm telling you.
Spend a lot
Talk
of
me
back and
through it.
forth.
Yeah, that's our job. It is our job
So-
to talk.
Right, but you talk about each other.
But it's just good
And
podding.
at what time does it become personal? Because I can't take with so much talk.
Well, and you just that fast, you answered your question. That's when it becomes personal. When you can't take it.
fed up.
Yeah, when you had enough, but you can't take it no more. Like he has let me know through media that he's had enough. He's had enough. He ain't saying it. He's wording it cuter.
The gig is the gig.
But he's had enough. He's had enough of my shit, and I don't blame him. Him,
like Charlamagne.
Mal, Rory, there's a whole bunch of niggas had enough of my shit.
Yeah, Charlemagne is having a hell of a week. I don't want to speak on the issue.
I'm happy for Charlemagne.
Yeah, I don't know
I have
what's
love for
going
Charlemagne. There are no issues. Whatever issues it's being made to look like exist, it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. And him and I will have a conversation one day. One day. But 2 black men doing similar things, different ways, both rich.
Right.
It's not.
What is the fight?
It's not a real problem.
Emphasis
What is
on
the
rich.
fight?
Right.
What is the fight? Hey, I didn't want to fight when I was broke. I don't want to fight now.
but
I don't,
you guys aren't gaining
I'm not
anything from
arguing with anybody now.
No, you arguing, nigga.
No, I'm not.
No, you arguing.
Tell
No,
me who I'm arguing
with. You're good at it.
I feel like in
Who am I
podcasting,
arguing
this
with?
is cross
I
promotion.
just watched you
You know?
dissect Charlemagne the other day about how he's been having negative things to say about you.
That was a little light dissection.
Really?
That was super light.
Really?
That was an
Super light.
opinion. That wasn't an argument.
Super light.
That was an opinion, not an argument?
Whatever.
Arguing, it
takes
was
two
kind of
people
known,
to
though.
argue.
Like,
Anything I said,
It's already
came
known. It was already-
after weeks and weeks and weeks of him and Andrew Schultz saying whatever they have said. Now, mind you, do I even really know Andrew Schultz? Does he know me? No, of course not. But the gig is the gig. That's the gig.
It's the gig.
The gig is the gig.
The gig
fam.
is the gig.
The gig is the gig. Hey, niggas that talk for a living, one day we gonna say something that somebody else ain't gonna really feel all the way.
It happens.
When you talk for a living.
It comes with the journey.
You know that, right?
So what?
so there's no like street
sometimes
politics in podcasting.
I'm sure there is. It's street politics and everything.
I feel like, for
It's street
example,
politics and everything.
when Akademiks
Not-
was,
not
you know,
really.
was your co-host, I feel like he always got heat because of that. Like,
But that ain't street politics though. That's just maybe
That's
industry shit. Men not agreeing with each other and saying stuff about each other back and forth. I wouldn't say that's street politics because it's not spilling into the street.
I'd say if 2 niggas start getting too crazy, you're gonna need some street niggas to intervene and fix it like we always do.
Indeed.
If me and Charlemagne
Very
was really beefing, like when niggas had to go hide under cars and niggas shooting like real shit, I would hope that one of the OGs would intervene and stop it. The same way I hope that would have happened when the whole Troy Tax Stone. I always hope for that. I never want things to go far. That was why I had a big issue with. Let me shut up.
No, don't shut up.
I
Don't shut
had
up.
a big issue with the accusation that Akademiks was making about somebody going to his house.
Somebody went to act.
Don't matter. We ain't got to talk about it.
Okay, cool, got you.
But just the accusation I take seriously because we've lost people
Indeed,
over small things escalating and snowballing into something else.
that's right.
Especially, so now now it weighs heavier on my spirit because everybody's doing so great. So now when you're doing bad, it's like we going out of our way. Like if there was beef with Charlamagne, we would be going out of our way to keep that going. Kwame Brown, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, them niggas had to go, let me not speak for them, but it appeared somebody in that group was going out of their way to maybe continue. It's easier to just, man, I don't have beef with nobody, man.
You know the thing. You know the thing about that
I pray for everybody, man.
You're not that peaceful, but I like that. I like that.
I think I am in my head.
No, you're trying to get there. You're trying to get there, and as long as you're trying, as long as you're on that path,
I am.
Then that's all that matters.
I'm trying.
But the thing about it is, if you doing good, you really ain't got no reason to be beefing. Two niggas that's doing good ain't really got, like, nigga, we doing good. Like, life is good. Like,
ego.
What we talking about?
Sorry. Yeah.
Ego.
See why we need women? Yeah. It's not true.
No.
Women blame everything on ego, though.
Because it is ego.
Sometimes
when it comes
it's about
to men,
respect.
When it comes to men,
Well, niggas
there's
feel
an
like
ego
that's your
thing.
ego speaking.
when,
It's your
when
ego.
niggas say you disrespecting me, what they really mean is you disrespecting my ego.
Thank you, Joe.
Right.
Thank you.
You disrespected me.
Who the fuck are you? See, who are all of us really? All of us here are insignificant. None of y'all matter. I don't matter. You don't matter. Whatever the greater...
We don't matter to what, though? To the greater
To
scheme,
Earth.
to Earth,
To the Earth.
to the universe.
Yeah, to the earth, the universe,
So
the
we
evolution,
here,
yeah.
Okay, to evolution, Earth, universe.
We here like the
to
answers
the
here.
stars. We don't matter.
Yeah, to the galaxy. Yeah.
To the galaxy.
We don't matter.
So a lot of these
We're
small
here,
things that
we're
we
here
get
to
into.
soil the dirt. We're here to soil this shit.
experimentation.
So when two men get into we have what?
We're here for experimentation.
That's it.
Experimentation. Give her something.
No, don't
And then
give
turn
me
her
don't
mic
give
off
me nothing.
afterwards.
Don't give me nothing. Don't give me nothing.
Get her, it's just warming up.
I cannot.
Give her a little clap and then turn it right off. You know? Two men beefing. One man says, you disrespected me. Is he talking about his manhood, his ego, or what is the illusion of his manhood that is his ego?
You see, you answered it.
Yeah, it's all ego. Whatever it is, go back to ego.
No. This is a question. Relax. Can we,
Because you answered it.
no, this is a question. It's
What is
because-
that sound effect?
You disrespected me. Who is me? You disrespected who I be. Who is who you be. You disrespected what I stand for. Well, what the fuck do you stand for? You have to get to those things. And when you do that, if you're putting too much on that, that's how you get to somebody else's disrespecting that.
And that's how you get to violence. But where I was going with that is
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
There has to be a line. There has to be a perimeter because we do have to stand for some type of moral code, right? What is that line? So if we say that, you disrespecting me and I'm only speaking about my ego, it has to be something more than that because where's the line? If you disrespect my child, should I stand for that?
Yeah, but nobody's saying that you can't stand for
No,
it.
this is a question. Feel free to answer. One of you guys.
No.
One of the
It
ladies.
is your ego that you're saying. It's responding and not reacting. So when you react, usually you're reacting out of emotion, which is because you feel disrespected, which is your ego. Like he said, your ego is disrespected. You are taking something that somebody did personally when it's probably not even personal.
No, but there's certain things that are disrespects.
Like
Like I just said, if somebody disrespect one's child, then
but what is disrespect to you may not be disrespect to me. So you're
But
you're
if you
feeling
know it's hurting
offended by
somebody's
something.
feelings, that's disrespectful. That's what I go by. If you know it's gonna bug somebody, why do it? That's it. Any further than that?
I don't necessarily agree with this because Sun Tzu said if you let a disorder persist, it only becomes a bigger one. So if you keep allowing disrespect, then it can snowball and it can become a bigger issue later on.
But you checking something, right? You saying, okay, I feel disrespected. Your ego is disrespected. You feel like you want to react towards that, correct? Because you choose violence.
See,
choose violence, right?
Don't make it about me. This is in
No,
general.
okay,
because
but even
you want to
in
make it
general.
about me.
No, but
Why
you're
do I have
saying
to
something.
continue to be somewhere where I feel disrespected?
Absolutely.
That's the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Why
You
do I
can
have to
leave.
continue
Exactly.
to speak to people who I feel?
It's just how you react.
Disrespectful.
No one's saying
Yes.
you can't react.
So if we look at things in the universal form, and we really like nobody in the universe. So nothing is disrespect.
No, there are things that are
Nothing is disrespectful.
It's an illusion.
think that's
it's
true.
it's an illusion.
It's
Yeah,
an
somebody,
illusion of
It's an
disrespect?
illusion, but somebody can do
Sheesh.
something to you, right? That
Yeah.
can make you feel you feel disrespected. Somebody can.
I'm out
do
walking down
something
the
for
street,
You.
somebody just slapped the back of my head.
You can react to that.
That's disrespectful in this
disrespectful.
culture.
See, I
so
changed,
yes.
I changed the you using the word
In your
disrespectful,
reality,
but
that's
I
disrespectful.
use what helps me is I use I'm offended.
I use that too.
Not,
what I told
not-
you that.
You just told me
You
that.
offended me.
because it takes it off of what somebody else is doing or what their intention might have been, and it says, yo, whatever is happening, I and me. I'm not telling you. I'm telling me.
Right.
Oh shit, I'm offended. by
I'm
that.
offended.
Now, how do I want to deal with that? Do I want to move? Do I want to communicate that? Do I want to try to grow out of the space where this no longer offends me? That's on me. But I'm powerless over what he does with that. Control is an illusion. So I need to figure out how to no longer be in this spot with or without that person's assistance.
Indeed. I like that. You don't.
Yes.
So if we're looking at it the way you're looking at it, there would never be no reason for violence, right? Just a question.
It's a choice. Violence is a choice.
Right, but if it's only ego-based, then it's only really in our minds. So,
Everybody has an ego. It's all about how you use it. Some people are their ego. Some people use their ego.
Violence is not just to occur when your ego is bruised.
Right.
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes this is what I'm saying, but I'm trying to get what she's saying.
If somebody
Oh,
put
you
their
have
hands
war,
on me, it's going
right.
to get violent.
Absolutely.
So is that it? What is that? Hands put on you. What is that? Is that a disrespect? What is
Protection.
I'm offended. I want to
defending
fight.
yourself.
Yeah.
that? See, but here's
You don't
the
let
thing.
somebody harm you.
Oh, but here's the thing. Now we talking. Now you
You don't let
stepping in my
somebody
world. Now.
harm you,
Come
but
on.
that
Come on.
even like he said, it doesn't have to do with disrespect too. Like you can use that and say, oh, well, they disrespected me. No, they tried to harm you, so you have to defend yourself.
Like, what is
against
their
that.
intention? Is it to harm you?
I like that. So hear me out. How about we deal with it before they harm us?
You do by communicating.
No.
Right. That's it. That's it.
No.
There is
No.
such thing.
But-
Like,
What you mean choosing violence
Because
before they?
Here's the thing.
you beat them to it.
Because what's the saying? Prevention is better than cure. Let's
Right.
not wait. Let's not wait until disorder goes to the point where it becomes violent against.
Did you prevent
You.
something or did you initiate something?
Right.
Right.
Sometimes the initiation is the defense,
Karma is
right?
real.
No, but now we're not. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm saying because you're gonna slap
talking about
somebody.
karma?
If somebody say something to you and you slap them,
no. See, now
right?
you using me,
No, I'm,
and I want you to get away from me.
okay.
I want you to get away from me, and we just talking about man,
Okay, man.
just men
As a
in
whole.
general, and
Okay.
people,
Okay.
human, the mankind,
right.
right? He just said, if somebody put their hands on me, then violence is the key, right? Violence
survival.
is the recourse, right? But what about if you can prevent somebody from putting hands on you by
Putting hands on him?
displaying the violence in the beginning?
So now you calling in that energy for you at all times.
Absolutely.
No. Sometimes some situations you got to stamp out before.
But then they can
Yeah,
retaliate.
man, if you want to assault somebody,
He do. He clearly
you don't
wants
have to. You don't
He's
have to
trying
give
to
us
get
this
to
psycho.
it.
Right.
Disclaimer, right?
He's trying to
Hey,
get
no,
to
you're
it.
right.
What if we beat them
What
to
if we beat them
it?
to the violence? All right.
It's still violence. You creating that.
No,
I think you can operate from love.
No, okay. I've been on a love mission from starting today.
That's great.
But I just wanted to know: is there no reason for violence?
See, and this is why Maino is outdated. This is. Listen, in the 90s, I was a teenager and we ran around Jersey City playing a game called Knockout. And what that game was was
We had knockout.
you
Yeah,
walking
but you
up
still
the
playing it
street
now.
Yeah, I'm
and
knock
just
you.
whoever's walking up the street,
Just knock
Oh,
them
we
out.
did
you
that,
just
Brooklyn.
gotta
Yeah.
and see if you can knock them out, right? That was a game we played
Yeah.
at least 3 times a week in the 90s.
Right.
The other day I'm on the internet, and there's this 12-year-old kid on the sidewalk breakdancing with a hip-hop instructor and a small child. And a guy pulls up and gets out of the car and walks up to him and does a roundhouse and cocks him upside the fucking head And he falls down. And the guy gets in the car and he drives off. And I almost cried in my phone. I said, get this monster off of the street. Who is
So wrong.
heathen? Arrest this man.
Get this monster.
And I
Who
thought to
does
myself,
that?
look at how the times
Time
have
has changed,
And then
yeah.
listen, they did arrest
Yeah.
that man, and he's got a 7-year. He's got a 7-year
Yeah.
sentence now.
Yeah.
You followed up
yeah.
on the story?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
because
that happened.
he was
It
on
the news.
parole.
It was on the news,
He was
too.
on parole. That violated the parole.
Yeah.
He's going for 7 years now. Expensive mistake.
Yeah.
Expensive mistake. Hey, my mistake on the
That's
pot.
in
Expensive
2021.
mistake. Try to avoid expensive mistakes, man.
Can't choose violence.
So the moral of the
It's better for
story
you,
is
not because it's better for them.
It's shit that you could have did back then that you can't do today. I wasn't in the 70s. But they keep telling me how Quaaludes was popping back then. They discontinued them. But I know who I am. And if I was in the 70s, I would have been fucking with Quaaludes. Now they got rid of those, and in the 80s it was the crack and some other shit came. But I'm just saying, we all are a victim to the times, always.
indeed.
That's a fact.
Always.
I've updated my computer.
Wow.
I've updated my computer.
Congrats.
But I was just trying to understand. See, I like to look for understanding because that's how I learn, right? And I'm glad you said that is because we living in a time when it's like violence is not the key.
It's not.
Violence is not the answer.
In 2010 or 11, Maino had a video on the internet where he was in a mall and he went to
Allegedly,
look
what
for
hap-
somebody.
what
No,
happened?
I'm not talking about that video.
Oh,
I'm talking about a video in the mall. You got a lot of videos.
Definitely.
I'm talking about a video in the mall when somebody said something about you and you just happened to be in the mall. So you went to look for him. And that was the first
Yeah, I
time.
remember that.
2010, 2011 was early. 09, it was early.
was
But
in the
that,
store.
That was the first time that some of them internet niggas saw that,
Right.
oh shit, some of the stuff I say, I might could see this person.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
you was early in that wave too.
I was a pioneer.
Yeah, you was a pioneer
aggressive
of telling niggas,
Catching
Beating that
internet
ass.
catchers.
watch yourself.
Yeah.
During the world star.
Watch yourself.
World star. Remember that?
Yeah, of course. We helped to uplift World Star with our violent
Antics.
acts. Yeah,
Say antics.
antics.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Q.
Rest in peace, Q.
Rest in peace, Q. Man, we did a lot together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, speaking of the internet antics, what's your relationship with Akademiks? A lot of people don't agree with Akademiks. You've been able to maintain a decent relationship with him. Is it that you understand where you're coming from?
I worked with him
You
for
work
a
with
year.
him.
So I had to disagree with him in person.
And then you disagree with him
I disagreed with everything about him
everything.
in person. I had to really wrap my head around his entire existence, which is what made me know that our show was a hit. Because the second I saw him, I was like, oh shit, I disagree with everything. I don't agree with nothing about this nigga.
From the way he looked, the way he dressed, the way he
The
talked.
way he talk, his opinions, his hip hop. So that's why we did the show. And in doing that,
Opposites.
I grew to not only appreciate him and understand him a bit more, but I got out of my own ego and I said, oh shit, that was me in 01. That
what
is
way?
exactly who I was in 2001. In 2001, I was the only rapper on the internet, sharing internet shit, talking to people, geeky engagement, all of this shit. And all of the street niggas said, what the fuck is Joe Budden doing? You look like a weirdo, loser nigga. What is this? What is this? We just didn't get it. Fast forward to Akademiks in 2016. Who is this nigga? Where did he come from? Why is he here? Why is he talking to these people? Where are his credentials? Is he qualified? He's a weirdo. He came up on the internet. He did the Chirac shit.
People don't even know what he looked like
He
for a
don't
while.
understand us. He ain't speaking for us. He don't. He don't care. Act don't care.
You don't care.
Act don't care about none of that
About nothing.
shit. I didn't care about none of that shit you niggas was talking about. It's a whole new wave of niggas today on the internet that don't care about what the rules were back then. Hey, I know Bill Cosby made one of the greatest shows ever, but he was date raping bitches and it's wrong. Y'all didn't know that was wrong, y'all? That's what the kids today do. The kids today are the checks and the balances for all our past shit. So I fought with Akademiks every day in person over real shit. Real shit. He said something about my baby mom one time. I had to check him. Like, it's been whatever people's relationship was with him from far, I was up close. And it made me love him a little bit. Because I get it. I had to call street niggas.
Really?
When I wasn't calling street niggas, they was calling me.
No, I'm saying on some academic shit.
Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't know it got that deep.
That's been out.
Go ask G Herbo about my first conversation with him ever. Ask 21 Savage about my first conversation with him ever. Like, it's niggas where I didn't know these niggas either.
Right.
But I had to have the conversation. Like, and I didn't understand. I was just getting with that.
A lot of them didn't want to do the show because of him, right?
No, they wanted to do the show.
Because of him.
They wanted to do the show because it was a hit.
Right.
But they might not have loved him.
Right.
Hey, sometimes people come up there and they might not have loved me. Our job was to be honest, and you couldn't get two niggas that was gonna be more honest and didn't care more than us. So a bunch of niggas was mad and had issues. But the show was a hit, and if you had an album coming, your label was gonna try to put you up here, or you would try to come up here. So yeah, we had to have a few conversations.
Is it his opinion that people hate him?
It's his opinion and maybe who they perceive him to be.
Right, because is it the fact that we don't look at him as actually coming from the culture?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But he's birthed from culture.
Yeah, I don't know much
He is a
about
direct result of, well, you don't have to. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he stands for. Look at his messaging. He is birthed from some sector of hip-hop. It don't have to be your sector or my sector. It is from a sector. And that's okay. It could be different. Listen, I have those talks with him. I say, yo, dog, hey, it's documented. When rest in peace, Triple X, love that nigga. But Ak helped me understand Triple X a little more. But I have fought with Ak a million times over Triple X.
because you didn't understand.
I fought with Ak a million times over Tekashi. Yo, that's your man. Keep him away from me. That's you. Have do your shit. You keep him away from me. I don't. You could not be in alignment on some things and still get the work done and still get the job done.
Right.
Indeed. I just had this conversation yesterday. We don't have to be friends to do business together.
Absolutely.
100%.
We can have an understanding.
Cordial.
And that we both want the same things.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So our goals are similar, but we don't have to be friends about it.
Right.
That might even be better working relationship. The fact that we don't add friendship in there.
Yeah.
I feel
That
like
might
this
be the-
industry
be-
is the one that has the most blurred lines with that. Like other industries don't have to worry about that much. Like corporate, Wall Street.
Because this industry is built on relationships.
literally,
Built on relationships.
literally,
You know,
That's what he said.
But it is.
it's true
it
though.
very much is.
It
but,
is.
But at the same time, relationships, the lines of what the relationship is sometimes get blurred. It's not truly defined. You know, you get signed to a record company, you think the people at the record company love you. They love you for a time being. You hot enough, you know, you putting out some heat and or whatever's going on around you, the energy around you, they love that's what's happening. The minute that changes, you'll see people change with you, and then you'll be looking like, yo, I thought you was my friend. And then you get your lesson that it was really just business, and that relationship ran its course. It wasn't a true friendship in definition. You understand? It was a friendship during that time.
I love those though. I'm great for a temporary friendship.
This nigga said he great for a temporary relationship.
I'm loving that.
You don't have to deal
Is
with it.
is that with women or is that with
No, that's period.
Period.
That's period.
So you just
Life is a series of moments.
right.
Different
so you
faces
don't,
for different.
so you don't
places.
believe in forever relationships.
Who said that?
No, I'm just asking.
I believe in forever. Of course I do.
But you running through relationships though, like
Wait, no.
Let's go. Let's go.
You are compounding
okay,
things.
let's get it.
Two things can exist and be true.
Okay.
I am a fan of temporary relationships, not romantic, but period.
Just
In
I'm not,
general.
you use me, I use you for a little bit, and then we go on about our business.
There's
what it
understanding.
I'm not mad at that. And I
Right.
also think that there are permanent, lifelong relationships.
Do you believe that you can have a permanent, lifelong relationship?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Do you want one?
What relationship? Whoa. Define this relationship right now, because what
No, we're
relationship
not
we
doing
talking
that.
about?
I'm asking him a
What
question.
relationship are we talking about?
A romantic relationship.
Life
That's what we
partner,
talking
life
about.
partner.
Like a life
This is
partner.
not a
what I was
fucking love
talking
show.
I'm asking.
I
a
wasn't
question.
talking about that.
No,
but
but
I'm just
life
asking.
partners is different than romantic relationships.
This is the problem when you got girls on the show. I'm telling you right
You
now.
want to look up,
It's
man.
the love show. It turns into a love show.
Man, she ain't looked up in an hour. Now she looking up.
Yeah, like,
So you
yeah,
was about to
nigga.
get interested.
Where we going with this?
Yeah, what happened?
Is
What y'all
this
want to know?
permanent or it is forever?
You asking me if I want to die with somebody? Yeah, I would like to. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That's it.
Die.
No, I mean he put it in those terms, but I'm saying like, would you like a lifelong relationship?
Do you think you're capable
But I
of
have-
one?
I have 2 kids. Do you know that?
Yes.
And God
Those
willing,
are life.
God willing, I'll go first. So
right.
yeah, I'd like to think that I have lifelong relationships. I'd like to think that I have 2 people that will be there as I'm aging and shitting on myself in the dark and
I mean, those are your
to
children.
talk me out of
Yeah.
blowing
I'm talking
my
about
brains
a
out when I'm
romantic
back
life
there.
partner.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. What am I? I'll be 41. God willing, if I'm 75, well, let's say 65, and I get some life-altering information from a doctor or somebody, and I'm not in a romantic relationship, I don't think that that's going to be at the top of the list of. There's going to be a lot of things to do
Right.
at that point.
We weren't
And
talking about
think
if you,
about,
God forbid, if that is.
shit, man.
But I like how you put
Somebody
it
should be here with me. We get what we get in life.
though. Okay.
Say that
Nope.
again. I don't think she heard you.
Yeah,
I heard him.
No, I don't.
I like how he
we-
words
we
things.
get-
I love
Yeah.
it.
I
we
bet
get
you
what
do.
we get. My granddad, my granddad was with my grandma for mad long, and then my grandma died first.
Right.
She was 50 something, and my
Right.
granddad didn't die until like, she might have been 60 something, but he was 90 something. So I mean, he had that love you talking about.
Yes.
And then God intervened, and then he had to hold it down by himself.
Right.
So I mean, there's mad variations of this story.
Right.
Women
But do you
always get
ever-
trapped into you're loving somebody, now you die together. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
We don't sound like that.
Don't say that.
We don't sound like that.
No, but you know, I have to do that because you have women that have these conversations with men, and then the men rush out, and then we get married, right? And then historically and statistically, we do die first. So now we got to deal with that.
Right, right.
So
And
you go
don't-
with the flow, moment by moment. I'm just asking questions.
You think that's you know what? You know what?
No.
How
I'm
old are
glad,
you?
I'm glad you said this.
She's interesting.
No, she's very interesting. she's a hopeless romantic.
I wouldn't say I'm a hopeless romantic.
Is that a thing?
Hopeless
is a
romantic,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's-
that's
that is
not
a
me.
thing.
It is a thing.
Is the thing you keep hoping for romance?
No,
That
that's
is
not
not
what
what
that
it
is. That's not what that is.
You projecting romance?
Oh, you
Like-
doing that?
I'm asking. I'm just
asking,
asking.
are you doing that?
I'm just asking.
Are
This-
there any relationships that you ever look back on and be like, damn, I should have been, more in the moment with this, or this was, it wasn't the time for it, but if I was this person now,
You're talking about romantic too, right?
No, in general.
Oh, I look back on
Your friendships,
all my
you know?
relationships.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Life is a series of moments. I think about my friend, I think I posted a picture on my Insta story not too long ago. My childhood friend, Julian. We both was in Queens together. He died in his 20s. He was fighting with his brother in the projects, and they slammed up against the elevator door, and it opened, and they both fell down and died.
Him and his brother died.
Yeah. Well, he died.
Wow.
He died. Rest in peace, Julian. But I think of all my relationships with people.
And
Every last one of them. The people that are here, the people that are not here, the people that I speak to, the people that I don't speak to. I think of all of it.
the growth that came from all those relationships.
Or lack of. Or lack of. Every relationship is not fulfilling.
And every relationship is not meant to be. Some relationships are meant to dissolve.
Absolutely.
I'm toxic. I love those.
Some
I
relationships
love the ones that's meant to
are
dissolve. Like,
not
well, we just gonna smoke hookah and
meant
that's
to
it.
go. Yeah, some of the relationships are not meant to go, but to next Friday. Okay, that's it. Next Friday, it's over.
So do you feel like
You up? You interviewing me?
I'm just asking
Okay.
questions. So being rappers and potters.
This guy's an American broadcaster.
Well, I said being rappers and an American potter.
No, not American Potter. All right, American broadcaster.
Okay, American
All right.
broadcaster.
Tupac Shakur.
Tupac.
Tupac Shakur.
Pod Shiesty.
Oh, nice. So, because I know you guys. Do you feel like you know what I mean? You've had the baddest chicks. Right?
Whoa, this is what we doing?
Right? You feel like you had listen.
Is the bathroom here?
Yeah,
What
right.
we
You feel
talking
like
about?
you've had the baddest chicks, and I know you feel like you've had the baddest chicks.
I just
right?
want to know where the bathroom is.
You know what I mean? I feel like you guys feel like you both are in you know what I mean, the starting five. You know what I mean, in this industry. So who
I don't
you
know what you're talking
listen,
about,
because
man.
you know I'm
I
going
don't
there.
I don't know what you're talking about. And why are we having this conversation? We got the
Oh, you don't want to have
we
this
got the
conversation
Podfather
now.
over here.
You got the Podfather.
yeah, over here.
I'm loving this.
Right.
Tupac Shakur over here.
Right.
Like, come on, like.
So
And this is a double standard because no man could walk up to a woman today and be like, yo, so you've been with mad niggas in your life, right? Yo, you've been with a bunch of niggas, right? Slinging it around. Like,
I didn't say that.
of course not. But,
didn't say
but
it.
how you're saying it to us, it just sounds, I mean,
It
I
sounds what?
like to protect men's rights. I like to protect men's rights. Like, equality for all. Equality for all.
No, I feel like
No, what's the question though? What is the question?
And I'm
though?
not in the top 5.
You're not in the top five.
What does
Top
that
10,
mean?
yeah.
Top five.
Top
what?
five.
You're in the top 10.
Oh, yeah,
He
not
feels like
Top
he's
10
a
and then what?
10 piece.
10. What do you hold on? Whoa.
You know what she's
Wait.
saying.
I'm definitely.
You know what I'm
you know what
saying.
she's saying.
I just
You know what I'm saying.
Goddamn
You know
sex
what she's
symbol,
saying.
girl.
Well,
What's
he
wrong with
already
you?
answered. He said he already feel like he's in the top 10. I feel like he's bringing himself down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Top 10 of what though? Is what I'm saying.
I'm saying
Rappers.
like of rappers.
Rappers in New
Had the-
Jersey.
the bad, you know what I mean?
But
Wait,
Some good high quality women, right?
Well, who
Oh,
the-
you shake, you
No, I've
scratch.
been known to snipe a little bit. I'm a
knowing
shooter.
to snipe. I know Joe has sniped.
What's your point though? Get to your point though.
Because he's making he's
Get to your
he's good with
point.
his words. So who do you feel is the MVP
Of what? Of
of
snipe hood?
sniping? Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, it's some guys out there that
have sniped more than
look.
you.
I know a couple, but I don't want
do
to
you
throw them
feel-
out there. Like, I mean,
You're not throwing nobody out there now. So
Nah.
do you feel like you the MVP is sniping?
You know the funny thing about this? Wouldn't the
don't know
women
what-
be better served to answer that?
I don't understand. Like,
how
what?
would we know?
Yeah, yeah,
You
like,
should just put a poll up at Kitchen Talk Podcast.
I've done the impossible
You've done the impossible.
many times.
Okay. Okay.
Listen,
No, it's the face
no,
for
listen.
me.
All
over
I'm gonna say is this.
He's rocking. He's rocking.
All I'm gonna say is this.
Yeah,
All-
y'all won't tell me where the bathroom is.
no,
You really
all,
got me.
no. We after this. All I'm gonna
Possible.
say. You know, he gotta go. And this is my guy. But listen. All I'm gonna say is this. Imagine me years back in my cell, staring at my wall,
Pictures.
posters, pictures
Yeah, no, he was
on
coming,
my wall,
He was coming out to fuck something.
and imagine all those fantasies that I had about all those people.
Then they popped up.
And then I was able to get out and live
Reach out and touch somebody.
those fantasies from that same wall.
Make this world a better place.
So make this world a better place.
if you can.
You understand?
And he
For
just
real.
kept going from there.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, I don't know, you putting words in my mouth,
I
top
didn't-
5 and all this other stuff.
Oh,
and
you're really good.
I don't know.
I didn't even say nothing.
I strive to be like
he's
you.
answering this.
No, I
You
strive
aimed
to
this
be
question
like
at
you.
me though.
I aimed it at both of
I
y'all,
didn't
but
even-
he did a great job at bowing out. You don't even
I
realize
answered.
how he
Why
did.
would he even-
did
But
this.
that's not
Answer
true.
that.
But
That's
I
not-
did answer though. I said top 10 maybe.
Okay.
Oh, give him, yeah, give him
Top 10. No, my jersey's in the rafters.
Oh,
No, it's there.
okay.
No, it's there.
He
It's
hung
up
up. He's done. I'm
there. But yeah, it's over. It's over. Finito.
I'm over too.
Done. Done. My days is over,
Hey.
man.
My day is over too.
Episode 45.
Episode 45.
We don't believe you.
Mondays is over too.
Need
Joe
more
got to go to the
people.
bathroom. So it's
I'm going to the bathroom. Yo, Maino, know why Maino's funny? Know what I've been saying to my niggas all week? When the last time you seen an ugly girl?
You don't see them no more.
They not there.
Yeah, they don't exist no
even
more.
exist. How y'all don't want
Yeah.
niggas to fucking?
Yo, you don't do this. You don't come to other platforms.
Not really.
Appreciate you coming here, man.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, I appreciate you. I mean, we the new kid on the block. Kitchen Talk. Shout out to everybody doing their thing, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Wallow. Shout out to
Wallow.
Gilly.
Shout out to Gilly.
You know. Shout out to my man Nori. Shout out to everybody that's doing anything and that's finding other components, you know, outside of music.
You ain't
know,
the new
to
kid on the
add.
block though.
Huh?
You're not the new kid on the block.
As far as podcasting,
10,000 podcasts born a day.
really.
Yes.
But we the new hottest shit though.
There you go.
We the new hottest shit.
Hello.
Huh? The fuck?
Hello.
Say that shit.
Nah, definitely.
Giving best podcast.
Y'all
definitely.
are. What you gonna do when a whole bunch of money coming? You got to fight with your co-host.
We fighting already. So
We
it's,
fight
Did you not
all
see
the
this
time,
whole
like-
episode?
we just fight.
It's a hot mess
We
every
fight
day.
on
It's
camera.
okay.
We fight off camera.
It's just happening.
I threaten
right?
him every day.
Do y'all trust him?
Yeah, I trust him.
Oh, look at that.
Do you trust him?
Look.
I trust that we have the same vision and
Look, but she didn't answer
I
the
like
question.
that what we have so far. I'm new here.
Both the answers were
I'm
shit.
new here. I'm like, I'm new here.
Hey, she said, hey, listen, how do I say this to you? I've been to all types of psychology classes, all types of weird shit. So when you say,
Good time.
yeah, I trust him, and it goes up at the end, it's like, when the voice goes up at the end, that's when they tell you that. Don't worry about it. And you was just like, nah, I trust this nigga in one area.
Here we are.
You go to psychology
One.
classes? You go to psychology classes?
I've been to a bunch of them.
I want to go to a
I've been to a
I
bunch
love
of them.
psychology.
You know what, Joe? You like a smart, weird nigga.
Perhaps after that.
I didn't think you was gonna hit the applause right
Yeah.
there.
No, I didn't even get it out
You know
yet.
what you are.
Like you,
No, he's right.
you like a smart, weird nigga. Like
no, that's it.
you can even be looked at as crazy, like off a little bit, right? You went to therapy, right?
Before it was cool.
You
Is it cool now?
no, I don't know if it's cool, but I got therapy.
Trendy.
No, people are definitely
I've got
I think,
the-
talking about it more.
Trendy.
And yeah, it's trendy. That's a good
No, like I see a lot of the. I understand you a lot more now, right? Through the last couple of years, you know, we worked on the show together, you know, and I started to understand you a lot more, you know. In this whole space of podcasting, like, and the way I'm looking at it is like, for young black men transitioning or not even transitioning or whatever they doing, we kind of stronger together, right? And we the only people that take from each other, bicker with each other over blocks. Because it started in the street. We argue, we fight, we kill over blocks that we don't even own. And we go gun each other down over street corners that we don't even own. So
Over
it's the same
street
thing.
corners that the real estate agent will tell you is not valuable anyway.
Right. So it's the same thing. So we get a little something, then we start arguing and fighting, you know? This radio station against that radio station, but neither of us own it. But we arguing. And I just feel like it's unity, it's strength and unity with us, with these platforms. I'm just looking at life in a different area, like in a different place right now, and from a different view, that if we start sharing some of the knowledge, I guess, with each other, then we strengthen each other, right? We make each other richer, and we create like a conglomerate of people that we create our own thing, our own little mafia. You understand? If we start sharing the
Our
wealth,
own Black Wall Street.
there you go. You know, and you being, you know, the person that started this, I thank you. Appreciate that. You come up here, Kitchen Talk, the hottest new shit out right now. Thank you. You know, appreciate that. But before you leave,
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
There's food.
You welcome to stay. How long you want to stay?
No. Let me not run y'all shit over.
No,
but
definitely.
Go.
Definitely. No. We could go all night. But right now, we got to do something, me and you, nigga. I want revenge. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'ma go harder than them. I'ma go harder
Let's
than
go
them.
right now.
I'ma go harder than them. I'ma go harder than them.
Right now, nigga.
I'ma go harder than them. 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 I'ma go harder than them.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
This nigga want a versus.
Yeah. He lost already.
Not lose.
He already lost.
Joe.
He already lost to the
Joe.
God. Niggas thought it was just pump it up out here. I had nine other joints.
No.
Hold on.
No.
I had nine other
Hold
joints.
on.
Deck was stacked
I had
against
nine
me.
other joints.
There I was in a room full of Joe Budden fans. Alone with my musket gun.
With my musket.
That's all I had.
No, that's not true. You was playing that shit.
Yeah.
You was playing that shit, goddammit.
Damn. We will get our revenge. Swiss, holla at us. We want we want to figure this out. I want my revenge. We did this on Clubhouse, though. It was fun.
Yeah, we
Yo,
did-
there was
we
a
did
point when you were on
versus.
Clubhouse 24. Both of you were on Clubhouse 24.
Yeah, I used to
He
be in
was
a room.
addicted.
Yeah, I was addicted at first.
Was.
Like,
we used
be
to be
right
here.
back.
He used to be like, no. All you hear is Clubhouse. Bro, we got to shoot. Like, what are you doing?
And another thing.
It was like the new fun thing to do.
Oh, I was working.
Yeah, like, I didn't.
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for fun. I was working.
Good. And did it work out?
No.
Didn't work out.
But that's the gig.
Another platform.
It happens.
That's the gig.
The gig is
There's
the
gonna
gig.
be a bunch of platforms that pop up, right? In the next, I mean, they did it last decade. It was Vine. It was this. It was that. They're gonna always pop up. Next decade, well, this decade, we're here now. See, that's the part that gets lost on niggas. We already here.
Right.
We here. So there's gonna be a bunch of clubhouses to pop up. So what happens is we, as the black creators, black media, black kings, we got to get there to these white-owned apps, companies, and prove value. They're not just going to assume that we're valuable because, for whatever reason.
Right.
But we got to get there and prove value. So Clubhouse happened. It was a pandemic. Mental health was fucking plummeting. Everybody was sick to their fucking stomach. And I got there and spent a lot of time there and did a lot of data research there and proved to be valuable there and watched the app grow as I continue to spend time there. Now,
Because they make you think that
I'm
you
not-
need to build your value there. They know you're valuable.
so you build your value, and then I eventually had a conversation with the owners because that's what happens when you build your value. And I pulled from that what I needed to pull from it and said, okay, this won't be around too long. And sure enough,
Yeah, it's not as.
Dying down.
It's definitely. It's definitely dying down.
I love when that happens.
Right.
If you didn't know, I love when I talk to the owners and maybe they don't get it or they don't see it the way I'm telling them they should see it, and then things go different.
You like being right.
I like when the black creators say that they're valuable and can prove it and have leverage and can get it done. We don't need to rely on anybody
Right.
now. So y'all can say, I know we're going a different direction. And I can say, all right, good luck. And I'll go ahead and y'all will go ahead and I'm going to look up and read where the stock is at
And
or
make the
where
next thing hot.
where the fourth round of funding is at and say,
But that's what I like
See?
about this era, though, that we in right now, where we can actually change some of the narrative and create our own. So we in a time right now, we got the tools, we got enough tools to create our own value, right? And create our own projects and increase our value that way. And not have to always depend on the power structure and go to them like, yo, look, you put me on, let me just be a worker. Like I talked about the fact that Revolt deal went sour. And then it was a BT deal also that didn't happen. And I'm glad those things went the way they did because I wouldn't be here right now. Because I would have just been
you got to thank God every
Working.
night that they went that
that's
way.
a fact.
Every night that the nose.
Because at the time I was like, man, I was mad. Like, man, you know, we got the yellow tape. We could have had a show at the same time. I'm thinking from that perspective.
Trust the universe.
Trust the universe.
Trust the universe. life is only about the time, your timing versus the universe's timing, and where both of y'all sit at different times. That's all it is. So yeah, you need those stories where you turn down revolt, where you turn down things that at one point you thought you wanted,
Right.
or at one point you thought you needed to get where you needed to go.
Right.
Right.
If you're doing things right, I feel like at any point it's always gonna feel like the next big thing. You're doing the next
Yeah.
big thing. You're always gonna feel like that because you are it. Like,
Right. And sometimes you be going through something and it feels like, damn, man, this is the worst thing that happened to me.
Right.
Why did this happen? And in fact, whatever you're going through, whatever detriment it is, or whatever you feel, whatever struggle it is, that might be the best thing. Because that puts you in a position for your next move. So everything happens for the reason that it's supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
On its own time and the way it's supposed to happen. No matter what you feel like. I went to jail and came back home and then went on a violation for a year. My son was born while I was in prison. And I'm saying, damn, I ain't never gonna make it. I ain't never gonna get past being a street nigga, ex-con or parolee. I'm gonna exist in this world forever because I just can't get out of this. But looking back and what I didn't realize, me going back to prison for a year for a violation was what I needed. It gave me something that I didn't have before. And then me coming home and having a son gave me now a purpose that I didn't have before. So everything happened the way it's supposed to happen.
Divine timing.
You know, so don't even, don't question it when you're going through what you're going through. You just get over those hurdles. Oh shit!
I was waiting for it. If it didn't come, I was gonna say something to it.
We up, man. We up, man. Damn. I thank you for coming up here, though, bro.
Oh, this is awesome.
I
man.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys for having me. Amazing staff, amazing chefs. Come on, man.
thank
Come
you.
on. That's really her right there.
Yeah, this is really. No, hold on. I got one more question,
oh my
though.
God. Kitchen
That's
talk.
real.
Kitchen talk. This is real food
Oh my
here.
goodness.
This is real gourmet shit here. We're really breaking bread here. One more question.
Look at me.
Love and hip hop.
Maino just said all that shit about violating parole, going to jail, not really seeing. Now he got 2 chefs. Hey, let me check this out.
I got steak.
Gold plastic forks.
Yeah.
Not the regular shit.
We fancy
Hey,
around
it's
here.
Just in case.
It's really him, nigga.
Yeah.
Gold plastic, huh? The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Food really good.
It's really him.
Love and hip hop. Doing it again?
Love and hip hop. What's happening? Are they doing it?
I don't know. You doing it again?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you ain't on it. What the fuck am I on it? I don't think so.
Damn, this is good.
This is really good.
God damn. This is really
Okay,
good.
girl.
I want to ask you, why did you do this? It's
Double
so good.
stuffed.
It's so good. I want to ask you why.
Oh man.
God, and see that was the type of shit.
She answered that shit.
Are we
right.
filming this at the same time? Because you need to get this. Food is like an art. So let's.
Yeah, she is hilarious.
Do you understand?
Yeah, when she hit that applause.
Whoa! I need you to slow down because the listeners is really listening. This is what? Double decker. I never had a
that
double
ass.
decker. You never had a double decker salmon.
Okay.
I never had a double decker salmon. What is a double decker salmon?
2 salmons.
Some shit I can't.
Oh wow.
As the river flows.
Oh
so
wow.
goes
You
the
put
sound.
2 salmons together. Yes, I did. Oh, we them niggas. We up. This is kitchen talk.
Now they haven't asked me to do Love and Hip Hop again, by the way.
You haven't?
They haven't asked me.
Yeah, they me neither. Basically,
What is that?
they told me they paid me too much the first time.
I don't think they're gonna ask me.
No, they don't want to break that bread.
Would you want to do it again though? Like,
No.
I feel like you're just past all of that.
But it was business though.
In business, my ass, but yeah. What you looking at?
I was surprised that
Picture?
you was
Look at
on.
your face over there. You surprised I was on there?
No, him.
Maino, right?
Turned it down a few times.
I wish I could do a podcast explaining to people my experience doing Love and Hip Hop watching Maino. Hey, the first scene.
I can imagine.
It was the first scene. Not the second or third. It was the first scene. And I had done this show a few times, so I get how it goes. So I asked Ryan, who's the first scene with? Oh, you may know such and such. It's going to be outside of such and such. Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. I get there, and I know Maino. So I'm happy to see Maino. But I'm not close enough to speak to him. I'm just happy to see him. And the scene must have been about to start. So protocol here is that security for Viacom needs to search everybody to make sure that this is a safe scene. So security went to search whoever I think it was Fresh or somebody non-threatening.
Non-threatening.
Shout out to Fresh, him, me. We was the non-threatening people around it. Hey, Joe, come on, just got to give you a little quick pat down, a little search. Oh, come on, buddy. How's the kids? How you doing? How's everything? All right? Are you good? You got my balls? Ain't no gun? All right, good. But when for some reason, when they went to search Maino, it just didn't go like
It
that.
went left.
The guy was trying to search Maino, and I wasn't watching all the way because I don't like to watch car crashes.
Right.
And then all I heard was somebody screaming. So nigga said,
Why?
yo, nigga, do I look like I need to be fucking searched? Do I look like I need protection, nigga? In New York City, nigga? Hey, you put your fucking hands on me, nigga. You gonna need a lot more. So many niggas to be on this block right now.
Oh my God, that sounds just
And
like
I'm
him.
saying to myself,
That's you.
I've changed.
I want to go over there and say, yo, man, it's all right.
It's
But
just-
I wasn't doing that.
I didn't
You got
understand.
that?
I didn't understand. How you searching me for, man? What's wrong with you, man? You walking, and then they kept wanting to walk with me.
it's a-
That's what it was. You walking with me down the block.
He was trying to keep Maino protected.
Yeah, like what you walking with me for, boy?
That's
It's
his
fucking
job.
crazy.
Man.
I don't need no
What
protection.
you walking with me for, boy? It's his job. Yo, these are some of the finest string beans. Who knew a nigga like that would have string beans like this in this fucking house?
Hold on, we gotta let him know though. We gotta let him know. Look at these string rings. Look like this. Look at this.
No.
Look at this. This is real.
Close up on the
This is
screen.
real string
That
beans.
nigga
Eat
picked
healthy.
up the tripod.
Yeah, he picked it up. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hey, keep him. Keep him on the team.
Very important.
That nigga picked up the whole tripod like it was nothing.
Garlic. They corrected us. Garlic string beans, not just regular string beans.
Garlic butter.
Garlic butter? Oh my God! Really? Garlic butter? That's like
Garlic truffle.
really? Garlic? I don't know. This is crazy.
This
my
is
God.
really, really good.
I can't believe it. This is crazy. Only in
That's
kitchen
your
talk.
favorite tomboy.
Only in kitchen talk do you get like fed like this, bro.
Oh, wait, I got one question for you before we go. Starlet's open tomorrow.
Oh man.
Here we go.
Oh man.
Never mind.
Yeah,
already-
this summer is gonna be a lot of that.
Hold on.
Hating already.
Shout out to my brother Joe Vanguard. Big shout out to Joe Vanguard. He made sure that he let me know that it was open in the morning.
Where's he at?
And he asked me, no, it's actually Tuesday. Is it Monday or Tuesday?
No, it's tomorrow, nigga.
It's tomorrow?
It's Monday. I've been saving money all week.
Tomorrow.
All week I've been stashing more money to the side. Hey, let me put this 20 over here.
Yeah, you stupid.
Nah, it's happening, nigga.
It's happening.
It's been over a year.
You going over there?
Am I? Am I?
Does a beard take a shit in the woods and wipe his ass with a fluffy white rabbit? Yes,
Yeah,
he
my
does.
outfit
Yes.
on the bed already.
Oh my
I'm dead.
God.
You fucking right. I'm going,
Oh
goddamn.
my God.
I got to tip a motherfucker.
Damn.
Hilarious.
I got to do it.
Shout out to Starlet's reopening, man.
You not going?
I'm gonna meet you over there. Let me know what time you're going. I'm gonna pull up.
All right.
Wow, man. Well, you know how it is, man. Listen, brother, thank you for coming, man. Kitchen Talk. You know what it is. Chase your dreams. You know how we on it.
That's right.
Love is love. See you next time. TV Land.
Kitchen, the podcast at Harlem Rock, at
Your favorite tomboy.
at Maino Hustle Hard, at Joe Budden.
I'm old Ray Gibson.
I don't
You
know what
always
they were
gotta
doing,
say
but I'll take
nasty
it.
shit, right?
Because I'm a nasty motherfucker.